Welcome to the Dog Chug. Roger, Ross, how's it going tonight?
You know what? I will go first. Ross, you probably have a way better week than I'm going to go first. Things have been the same for me, Andy. I've just basically been self-promoting and kissing ass all over Twitter just the last week, and nothing's really changed. I've been being versatile and phony, but that's basically been my week.
How does Adam the Bull's ass taste?
How was what? I'm sorry?
Adam the Bull, how does his ass taste?
Oh, man, it's, he needs – I didn't talk to him all week. I shied away from him because I thought maybe you were watching.
He's like a hawk.
And Ross, how are you doing?
Good. I'm just happy we got the Cavs in the playoffs and the Guardians are
doing
taking names.
How many more weeks do you have until you'll be back on drinking with us?
So since I did say Saturdays I was still drinking, so I actually got to drink on the last Dog Chug, which was nice.
Which I had missed.
But, this is the last weekend I won't be able to. So Easter Sunday, and then after that, back to my old ways.
All right. Then Ross and I will be down Friday before the Guardians game. We're going to have some fun. Will you be drinking on Friday?
Yes, I'm making a special exception. If God decides I'm going to hell, then so be it.
You're making all these exceptions except for an exception for the Dog Chug.
Hey, Jesus loves the Guardians. He's going to be okay with it. At 3 o'clock, stand still at 3 p.m. Bow your head, take a second, and you're good to go. You're gold on Good Friday.
It's like a double whammy. You're not supposed to you're supposed to fast on Good Friday and really do everything. Like, how am I not going to have a hot dog on opening day?
I think you're allowed yeast. You're allowed unleavened bread. But
I just feel like, this is work. This isn't fun. This is obviously our main job of how we get income. So you clearly could chug a beer at work.
I mean, right? I could. I've definitely broken the rules a couple of times these last few weeks.
Feeling a little jaded here. You're not breaking the rules for us.
Hey, like I told you, Jesus and God are watching the film of the Dog Chug. That's the only way they know.
That means we just got viewers number 4 and 5, which is awesome.
All right.
All right. Well, we're so excited to be here.
Yes.
What a big week we've had. As you've said, the Cavaliers locked up the playoffs. They're going to head to New York. Actually, they're going to head to us, which is going to be great. And then the Guardians had a pretty good first week. What are we now? 5-2?
Yeah.
I love it. Chuck has to be thrilled, except for the 2 days we lost and he, probably punched a hole in his wall. Anyway, let's get this Dog Chug started. We got a lot of fans and we need to educate them. So let's go right to the Dog Chug update.
All right. The NFL draft is just 3 weeks away. Typically, Browns fans are in their glory talking about the potential and excitement of adding some of the biggest college stars to the Browns roster and how they'd transform our roster. This year, with no picks in the first 2 rounds, and a GM that is likely to trade down 7 times before he makes up a pick, there's the same energy on Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, and podcasts, only they're talking about who's going to transform our practice squad and our special teams.
The Baltimore Ravens caused a bit of a stir today when they had to kick a member of their media out of a press conference because he is asking questions about Lamar instead of about the draft. They tried to sign Baker. Now they're trying to sign OBJ, and they're fighting with their own media. Now it makes sense why the NFL has so passionately hated the Browns with such tenacity the past 2 decades. The old Cleveland Clowns are a joke.
Oh, it's so true. They're the new clowns.
It's our fault.
All right. In order to stay competitive, despite having a limited salary in comparison to other MLB teams, Paul Dolan has implemented a new strategy of signing players earlier before they're established where he can get them at a reduced price, as demonstrated by signing Andres Jimenez to an 8-year contract extension. Now, as exciting as this is, Dog Chug can confirm that this is only stage 1 of Dolan's new plan. Stage 2, he's going to head down to the Dominican Republic, and he's offering every new baby boy $15,000 to sign to the Cleveland Guardians to a 35-year contract. Awesome. All right. And now
2050 World Series, here we come.
now we have a little surprise breaking news.
Whoa.
That's right. This is Ed in Columbus with your Dog Chug update. Breaking news. The Cleveland Guardians home opener is this Friday, and the team will be wearing a special patch to commemorate longtime Indians fan and stadium drummer John Adams. I guess the beat goes on, or whatever the hell Guardians do. What is it that Guardians do besides reside at the top of a fucking bridge? The Cleveland Cavaliers have clinched a home court for the first round of the playoffs and will play the New York Knicks. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg has stated that if the Cavs win the first 2 games in Cleveland, he might try to trump up charges against Donovan Mitchell to get justice for Knicks fans. Wait a minute. What am I talking about? Mitchell is black, not orange, and orange is not the new black, so he'll be just fine. And finally, tight end David Njoku on social media says that the Browns need white helmets for show. I personally think he would look cool wearing a white lid when he's dropping game-tying touchdowns. Saints game. Fine. I mean, catching game-tying touchdowns like against the Bucks. We cool now? This is Ed in Columbus with your Dog Chug update. Breaking news.
Wow. Right, Ed.
Whoa.
Wow. Great.
He's
Well
bad.
done, Ed.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm
Got a
here
little political there.
Yeah.
I'm here to make the Dog Chug great again. Gonna be huge. Got to give a shout out, though. Got to give a shout out to Cricket, Brian, and Dayton on my son's basketball team. Shout out to them. They're watching tonight. So let's have a great show tonight, guys.
All right.
I was about to have Andy mute you again, but then you shouted out your kids. So
We're the kids. Not like Michael Jordan. I love the kids.
Well, thank you for coming on. We always appreciate when you hop on and give us a couple of minutes. You've been quite the podcaster these days.
Yeah.
Where are you appearing more regularly?
We got to give a shout out to my boys at We Like Sports podcast. I'm writing for them as well. Got an article tomorrow coming out because Easter's coming out. And I got a question for you guys, and I want you guys to get it first. I said, if you're going to put all your eggs in a basket, because we won't make this religious about Easter, we'll keep it secular, so we'll stick with the candy and the eggs. If you were going to put all your eggs in one basket of the Cleveland sports teams, because they're all good, they're all young, and I think they got a championship window here, what are you putting all your eggs into? Which basket that you think is going to win a championship in the next 3 to 5 years?
That's easy for me.
Are you saying what would we gamble on is going to be the most likely to win a championship?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, first one to get one.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying Guardians.
Yeah, I'm Guardians 100%.
Ross.
I'm going Cavs.
All right.
Basketball, you can make one more move. I know we got Donovan Mitchell, but you've seen this. The Suns got Kevin Durant midseason, and now they're like, number 3 favorites or something.
Well, I won't spoil it. All great answers. I wanted to give some eggs to the Cavs because I think they're the second, but I couldn't do it. All eggs have to go into the basket. I picked Guardians, and the reason why? Leadership, Tito Francona. I don't know. JB Bickerstaff, we'll see. I think he's a good coach, getting 50 wins for like the 12th time in franchise history. But, they got to get past the Knicks. If they don't get past the Knicks, just like the Bulls did with Doug Collins, got rid of Doug Collins, got the Zen master, Phil Jackson, and look where they went. So,
hey,
who's
getting the Reese's eggs?
Oh, me. I love those suckers. They're all me. All me.
All right. So it occurred to me that you and Roger are now writing articles pretty regularly. We should, Ross, what do you think about this? Are you guys both writing an article this week? Like, do you have an article percolating that'll be out before next week's Dog Chug?
Yeah, I can have 2 or 3. Yeah.
Well, okay. Whatever you have, submit the one you like the best. Roger, you do the same, and then we can put them together and see which one Ross and I think is the best.
I've played your games before, Andy, and I don't like how this is probably going to turn out.
I got dragged. I fell asleep. I got dragged into this.
Yeah. We're gonna pit your writing skills against Ed's writing skills. It's gonna be a lot of fun. All the viewers can weigh in too.
Are you going to give us a topic?
No. Just whatever. If you write 2 articles this week, submit which one you think is the best before Wednesday's show.
Okay.
I will prove that Hooked on Phonics works. Still.
All right. I mean, we always like to be competitive on the Dog Chug, so I think this will be a lot of fun.
So, okay.
And then we'll find out once and for all who is the.
I mean, you can go back. We both written past ones and then see how we do.
Well, I want it to be a little more current, but if you want to submit an older article, feel free.
No, that's fine. I mean, I don't know when he comes out with one and when I got one. Might take some time, but I'm in. Ed.
I just want to know which.
I got a Thesaurus and the Britannicas upstairs. You're in trouble.
I'm public school education, Roger. So don't. I mean, I don't know.
I want to know once and for all who is the shittier writer between the two of you. So.
They're just gonna use Chat GPT anyways.
I love Ed's. Ed's got a complete. I love Ed's writing.
I can guarantee you, Roger doesn't know how to work Chat GPT. So,
and Roger's a great writer.
All right. Before we move on any further, I think we have a big homage ad read I can't wait to get to. But before we do that, we have a special guest that wanted to hop on and I think give a little take. So, welcome to the Dog Chug. It's been a little while. KFC.
What is up, boys?
KFC. What's going on, man? Hey, before I forget, down with the Browns t-shirt I won. I promoted on the Saturday night show. I told you I'm going to put it on Twitter, man. I won a t-shirt. Awesome. My guys, that's in the game day rotation. I usually pick 3, and I wear it until there's an L. Then I'll wash it. I'll put on another one. I'll wear that too as an L. I want to wear that the first game and wear it all fucking year for the Browns this year.
Heck yeah.
How about that?
Right. So what's going on?
Buddy, living the dream. In the words of Mac, I have been drinking a ton of the Browns Kool-Aid lately.
Yeah.
I was going to call him out and challenge him to WrestleMania, but I think my point now is how the Browns are going to win the AFC North this year.
I love it.
I'm just going to drown in the Kool-Aid because I'm not scared of Burrow. Lamar Jackson's out of Baltimore and picks the Pittsburgh Squealers.
Come on.
Bro, listen. Tiny Hands Pickett going to be throwing too many picks. Jawan Thornhill cribbing one this year. I'm telling you. That's happening. I think we go 5-1 in the AFC North. I may be just getting too hopped. I know we've not even had the draft, but it don't matter. It don't matter. The Cleveland Browns are here. They're going to stay, and they're going to get to the top, and we're not leaving for 20 years.
All right. Wow.
Now I'm hype.
Love it.
Man,
All right. You reminded me of something. Something occurred to me today and why I'm drinking the Browns Kool-Aid, and I want to see if you agree. Devastating news came out about Michael Woods rupturing his Achilles and be out all year. Guy I really was excited to watch this year, be kind of at the bottom of the roster, but I liked what he did his rookie year.
Yeah.
Just a horrible situation. But it occurred to me, did anyone even know that they were working out in Houston? That wasn't out there. With Baker, every time they did anything together, that was all public news. Everyone was talking.
Wow.
You heard about it. You saw pictures. You saw video. Hype. The Browns right now are operating. We don't even know what they're up to. I love that. I love that nobody is talking. They're just working, as Kevin Stefanski.
The question is, are they legally allowed to talk about anything in Houston?
Well, that's a good point.
Sorry.
But no, the Baker years, he did a lot of talking. And then last year it was all about, the allegations and the suspension. Now I just feel like they're getting down and working hard. And I'm so excited. I cannot wait for the season to get started.
Me either. But one guy that I think is going to have the biggest season, and it's not even a receiver. I think David Njoku is going to have that year, not a Travis Kelce type year, but probably like a George Kittle type year, where he just balls out and it just opens the field for the receivers.
I love it. David Njoku is one of my favorite players. Sherry just asked, is anyone awake? And I can confirm everyone's awake except Roger.
I'm up.
You know what's going to be nice about David Njoku on the last couple of years? I think to KFC's point is this, with the wide receivers that we got that are very, very fast with Elijah Moore and then, Goodwin or whatever like that, the speed on the outside, that makes it Njoku down the middle, that's going to open that up too. Right. So I think that, and this put up or I wouldn't say put up or shut up, but, we've been talking about Njoku for years now. He's going to have the break. I think he's worth the money. Everybody talks about the contract and the money. I definitely think that he's got the talent. Now I think he's in the system and he's got the weapons around him that's going to open up. Because you look at Cincinnati and they've always had tight ends and things, but they had the weapons on the outside kind of open up the middle of the field. And I think that's what's been missing in Cleveland. So I'm really excited about David Njoku, even though I kind of trashed him a little bit in break-in news. But, hey, David, the Chief, we love you. You're the only Chief left. We got rid of Wahoo. We got to keep Njoku. Love him.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Christian,
Ed's been hoarding all of his puns.
Will David Njoku have a bigger season with touchdowns or yards, in your opinion?
I'm going to say touchdowns. I'm going to
Yeah.
say he's going to be a big red zone threat.
Yeah.
So
So-
what should we be looking for? Like 10 and over?
I'm going to say 8.
8?
I'm going to say 8.
8 is
What
great.
about-
Let's talk
What about
about
the
Ed's
tight
plans.
end they brought in that played with him in Texas? I think he's going to be big on the goal line too.
Yeah.
There's a familiarity with Watson. That signing went under the radar, unless you follow Jacob Roach and 216 and KFC and God love him, Mac.
Oh, God.
Yeah. KFC. This is what I think. This is what I picture. What they, all the trade Nick Chubb talk died, thank God. But you go 3 quarters and you're chasing Cooper and Njoku and you're chasing these guys around for 3 quarters. The defense is getting tired, and then you got Nick Chubb, who had maybe 8 carries so far. Just in the fourth quarter, defensive coordinator's got to worry about Nick Chubb if we got the lead, just taking over the football game against a tired defense and been chasing around, our wide receivers and our tight end. I love it. Dallas never wanted to trade Emmitt Smith when Troy Aikman was throwing the football all over the place. A Super Bowl team. Look at Buffalo would have beat Cincinnati if they had a running back. If they had Nick Chubb, they go to the Super Bowl and they probably, you know what I mean? They play. They play. Can't. I think Nick Chubb's going to be invaluable this year, man. Come fourth quarter.
Yeah, go full Chubb on it this year.
Right.
So, Christian, give us maybe the most crazy Matty G hot take you've heard in like the last month or so.
Oh, God.
That, like you're
in
like
the last month. There was one today that was pretty bad. He said
Say a garbage take and hot take are the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So he tweeted about Zendaya ruining the Spider-Man movies.
Oh,
Like, that's horrible.
she's so good in those movies.
You don't talk trash about a queen like that,
It is weird when you watch her in Spider-Man movies and then you immediately watch her in that HBO show. What's it called? Euphoria, which is it's too much for the dog chug. It's very out there, over the top. Anyway, she's great, and everyone in that Spider-Man cast is so great. I love those movies. Anyway, enough Marvel talk. All right. Anything else you got for us?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I think the defense is going to be stout. I think we're going to have it locked down. Top 5 defense.
Wow.
Now
Is this an exclusive here? First time top 5 defense prediction?
Yeah, that's the first time I've said top 5.
All right. It's a video.
But I think we have to acquire one more defensive tackle.
Yes.
Yep.
Because I'm big on the front 4.
Where's the beef?
Right.
Exactly. You got to have that front 4. I want teams, when they come to Cleveland, I want them to be scared. Like, I want them to piss on themselves. So when they show up, they're like, oh, God, we got to play. And
Right.
you just want that defense that'll strike fear. And when you've got a front 4 that can just get pressure, can stop the run, the secondary is going to eat. You're going to have lockdown on the lake. You're going to have Denzel Ward picking crap off. You're going to have Newsome eating. You're going to have the secondary just feasting.
To the Browns' credit, though, they did have Lamar Jackson shitting on himself. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree. Who is the defensive tackle we had in? Are you hearing anything? Are they
That guy from Seattle? Or whatever.
yes?
Elwoods, I think he's meeting
with the Jets.
Yeah.
That would be a nice signing if it comes to be.
I'm gonna run through a wall. This wall right here, it's gonna be gone.
Can you please wait until you're on the dog chug to do that? We want to get that to make that happen.
As soon as that,
I mean, you could just do it now. Why don't we? Why wait?
hold on.
You're on the dog chug now. Why
Oh,
don't
I
you
just saw a tweet. We signed that guy from Seattle.
Yeah, he's the Cleveland Browns. I got the same thing.
Wow.
Let Christian grab like 5 Red Bulls real quick.
Yeah.
Hey! I don't know if you guys saw the tweet.
Yes.
I gave it up.
I wanted to ask about that. How are you
It's
doing?
rough.
Are you going
terrible.
through withdrawals?
Horrible.
So you gave up your, what is it called? What kind of energy drink is it?
Just
Bang or
just
Bang
tired.
energy drink. Yes.
I've barely had caffeine since not like couple days ago Sunday, but the Sunday before that.
Where
It's rough.
how did this decision come to be made? Did you go to like your physical and your doctor's like, holy shit, you have the heart of an 86-year-old?
No. I was so I was at church, and beforehand, I had a Red Bull and then a C4 in my hands. So I
That'll
cracked
do
it
it.
open. I just chugged the Red Bull, threw it in the garbage, and then cracked open the C4. And a guy that I know that I really respect, he looked at me. He said, "Your heart's gonna implode, dude. You're gonna die." And I'm like, "You serious?" Because I just inhale a bunch of caffeine each day. Like I usually wake up, run to a gas station, get me a Rockstar or something, and then later in the evening get another one because the 2 o'clock blues hit, and then go to the gym, get pre-workout in your system, and then it's just like 4 million milligrams of caffeine each day.
I don't know. Stopping caffeine, it's so hard to do. So I just,
Yeah, the temptation's there, man. It's just right in your face all the time. And
Yeah, look at that. He's perfectly fine with caffeine.
Christian and I were watching the Browns play the Carolina Panthers together, and you got some bangs, and I chugged one with you, and I could feel my heart like going in and out of my chest. I literally said, I'm never going to do that again with him. I love this man, but I will never chug another bang. That was so stupid.
I've never had one in my life. Any kind of energy drink.
Well, there's a reason they went bankrupt. So
I'm afraid to
they're
have
gone.
one now.
Wow.
well, I think they're still there, but they're just I wasn't really a big fan of bangs, but like it just kind of happened with the Bang energy drinks. See, Rockstar's where it's at.
That's how
Yeah,
it always happens.
That's right. We
Christian.
shotgun.
That's how it starts.
Yeah. On the Dog Chug, we do promote mass consumption of alcohol, but please do not. A PSA: do not shotgun energy drinks. Not good.
Yeah.
Down with the Browns, we do promote that.
Nice. Well, I'm very happy. I think this is going to extend your life. You're going to make it to like 38 now.
Yeah, I would say at least 22, even though I'm 23 now. But
You might live to Dan's age. He was going to appear on today, but he got too drunk. So sorry, Dan. We'll get you on next week. Anyway, well, I am so excited for this season. It's going to be amazing. Do you think you're going to be able to make it up to a couple Browns games this year?
oh, for sure, I'll be up there. I may have to quit my hiatus on the shotgunning of the bangs because winning Cleveland, it's like winning Rome. You just got to do it.
I think every once in a while it's okay. It just can't be like a 5 a day kind of thing.
Are you saying that Clevelanders are bangers? A bunch of bangers in Cleveland?
Facts. Well, the most I've ever shotgun energy drink was there was one time I was just feeling spicy, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna try to get Joe Thomas to notice me. So I shotgunned 3 Red Bulls back to back to back. And I tell you what, I've never burped so loud and for so long.
Wow. Did
Pretty
you feel okay after shot 3?
I felt like I could have took a whole army by myself.
So like if the police were, dealing with you and they had to tase you think you would have just like swatted it off and just kept going?
No, it would actually bounced off of me and then like electrocuted them.
So did Joe Thomas notice you?
No, it was
okay.
it was just kind of a stupid idea, But
Well,
if you're out there, Joe, if you're out there, look for it on Twitter.
You should go down to the Hall of Fame before the Browns play the Jets and get in his view, and you should do 4. I bet if you chugged four energy drinks, he would come over.
You think if I like ran on the field like during the game and did it, you think he would notice me then?
Probably.
I would.
So you don't get tackled. Did you guys see? By the way, this is so off. The guy proposing.
The Dodgers game. Yeah,
the Dodgers game.
Yeah.
And, it was kind of a sweet thing, and the security guard just tackled him like it was, the most vicious tackle you could possibly imagine.
He tackled him like he wasn't Mac Wilson.
I wish they would have shown how far of a run he had. He wasn't sideline to sideline. Because he had a head of steam when he hit him. Man, he had a head of steam.
When these idiots rush the field, you don't know if they have weapons. You don't know if they have a knife. So I totally encourage them to knock them the fuck out. But if you're proposing to your fiance, sure, that's wrong too. But I don't know that you need to take their heads off. Anyway.
Don't that make it better now, though?
He's never seen that ring again.
I mean, he's got that video forever.
The only ring he's got is the one in his head. His bell rung.
All
I
right.
want to get him on Dog Choke.
All right.
Well, before I hop off, boys,
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave you with one last thing.
Let's hear it.
Super Bowl, Super Browns.
Yeah.
Love it.
KFC. Thank you, man.
Thanks for
Love
coming
y'all.
on.
Stay
Anytime
safe.
you want to
Go
hop
Browns,
on,
Bram.
we love you.
See you,
Thank you.
Christian.
Come on.
Peace out.
Later.
Wow.
KFC. Ed, how come you don't provide that much energy when you come on the Dog Jug?
My name's not KFC, and every time I hear that word KFC, I want a 12-piece bucket, and I'm kind of getting hungry now.
By the way, I am completely out of my mind, like coming up with weird topics today. But like, have you guys tried the KFC chicken nuggets?
No.
Chicken nuggets?
They came out with new chicken nuggets. Like they just started promoting it this week.
No, I have not.
No,
I'm
that's
surprised
fabulous,
my kids
fabulous.
aren't all over that. They're
They
the
might be
chicken nugget.
best chicken nuggets I've had in fast food.
Wow.
They were amazing.
I'm gonna have to
encourage
tell him
you.
I want some extra crispy now. Speaking of, did you see it? He said he is too drunk to come on tonight.
Dan, yeah. We mentioned
The
that.
only one that wins when he doesn't come on is all of us.
All of us, yeah. Although he had some pretty amazing takes last
He
week.
did. He did a pretty good job.
Ed, he said that the Cavs were going to go all the way to the finals, and then JB Bickerstaff was going to blow it.
Yeah.
As a way of saying we need to like upgrade our coach because
if we make it to the finals this year, JB Bickerstaff give him a lifetime contract. Then if that's
he said that the Guardians were going to do amazing because of Tito, he's going to have a great year, and then he said the Browns were going to suck. Right? Is that what? Did he have a record? I don't know. He said we're going to lose a lot of games.
It was confusing.
that's
We can only understand every third word, so it does make it confusing. All right. I think we have a little ad read we want to do, but first, I do want to bring Sherry on. Sherry, you know a thing.
Sherry.
So
Welcome to the Dog Jug.
if you're not consuming this level of caffeine, this is 100% pure, food grade, certified kosher caffeine.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
It's 100% pure. That'll kill you. Your energy drinks, no.
How'd you get that across the border?
Hey,
Ooh.
love you.
So you don't think
Are you on some of that, Sherry, right now?
No, just the regular old drip.
Got it.
Caffeine. That'll do it.
So I know you heard the last segment with Christian. Do
I
you think he
did.
has anything to worry about?
No, he's young and stupid like us. But I mean, that stuff, the way it's formulated, unless he has some sort of underlying cardio issue, he should be fine.
All right. Well,
I mean, I'm not advocating. See, what I don't like about Bang is
Are you a doctor? Or you just play one on Dog Choke?
wow, you're shot out today.
Bang. Oh, go ahead, Roger.
Oh, I was just gonna say Hak Samiak to you. Happy holidays.
Did it.
And to Chuck, he's not watching because he got lucky as a day game, so he's able before the sun went down before you had to go underground or whatever. So,
That's how we have our Seders now. Underground.
that's a
right?
Max.
Oh,
Are
wait.
you drinking Maxwell House?
Me? No. This is a level up. I'm a Costco shopper.
Nice. Nice.
Maxwell House is.
No, they sell it there too, but I like to grind my own beans every pot, and
It's that slow grind you like.
All right. Well,
Damn it.
last week we kind of did a on the fly homage ad read. We just kind of came up with it and went with it. You gave us a 5 out of 10. Wasn't very good. So Roger said he's going to step it up this week. He has a new ad for you that you're going to love to.
I haven't got a 0 yet. She gave me a 0.5 on one. That's
Yeah.
how tough she grades. So I've yet to get a 0, and this is my last chance right here.
It might have been a spite 0.5.
Wait a minute. Why is this your last chance? Are you chugging energy
Are you
drinks? Are you going to be
kidding?
checking out soon?
Do you want some of this powder? Don't ask me what I got in the garage.
Roger, are you? What are you saying? You're checking out soon? You're not going to be able to do any more ad reads after this?
No, I was just getting ready. I'm whenever let's hang back and
No.
whenever you.
Sorry, you misunderstanding. I said you just mentioned this is your last ad read. If you don't get it here, then it's over.
Oh yeah, man. I might just hang it up. Hang up the video editor.
This is Roger's last season, so let's
Everybody's
promote it. Can he win the big ring?
Everybody's cheering for a 1.
Or is he going to go out a loser like so many Cleveland teams have? Sherry, this is his last chance.
This is it. If I don't get to 0, I'm retiring.
You are going to judge. You're going to make him either become a winner or a loser for the rest of his life.
I'll start doing underdog fantasy. Yes.
All right. Well, Roger, take it away.
Yeah. Well, nope. Don't start it. Go back. Do it again. All right. Go ahead. Dog Chug wants to know if you're making Guardians plans this season. If you're headed out to the home opener, what you're wearing to the ballpark this year, player? You live in large in some JCPenney t-shirt from Aunt Marge? Whoa, nice tracksuit, simp. Well, hello, Dolly. Trailer Park SpongeBob. Unacceptable. You need Ad Homage apparel. Whether you're throwing out the first pitch like Bullet Bob, hugging Large Lenny like Morgana and the Twins, or just in the right field district at the corner chilling with the Dort and the long sleeve GLBC blue tee. Okay, start the 2023 season off right. How about Guardians batting helmet tee? Hit me. Red Flying G, mint. Progressive Field tee, or the Jake it'll always be. That's cool. Cleveland Pride tee, Jose, sweet signature tee. Classic blue Guardian script, red with the bold print. Chess Club, what? How about, yes, Chernoff t-shirt. Move to Castle, no, J-Ram contract. Checkmate. April, Cleveland, cold, wind, 75 high, 25 below. Lake, big lake. Dogger need, homage. Few waves crashing. Slider on a sled. Don't go out there in some underachiever. Look like 1980s bike messenger. That's no armor for baseball. Get homaged up. It's 6 degrees of separation from being warm. Quicksilver frostbite, walk a war week. Got wind and rain swooshing through the Jack Frost, nipping at your baseballs. Only thing you want to just do is get it into some homage. Homage got hoodies, gray guards is fire. Blue Sea, yes please. OG 80 starter jacket, totally rad. How about classic crew next, buddy boy? Homage got you, go-to beanies, elite. Go-to mittens, perfect for chugging. You like the sights and sounds? I don't know who needs to hear this. Rose are red, Guardians wear blue. Nick Card says slider tee will look dandy on you. Classic greatest comeback ever, in stock. Color quote, got it. So throwbacks, pay homage. How about Big Jim Tomey, lofted round the third, Larry Doby Pioneer, and Bad Leroy, wait for it, Satchel Paige. Headed to the concessions, pitch clock, thank the casuals, don't dawdle. Inning starting, get a vendor. Hot dogs here, get your hot dogs, hot diggity dogs on a sweet homage tea. And a Utah get me too. Just in time for Onion's glorified run to victory. You can get some W's too at the homage. How about April-May night game? Sometimes not a chill like winter, but a nip to the 216 air. Get the homage Grateful Dead Trippin' Bears Gardo hoodie, sandalwood hippie incense, not included. Nick, blue guards tee, banging. White guard skyline tee, hold the chili. Sweet gray, all for the city tee, for hitting the bar scene, hoochies. We are Cleveland tee in stock. Take me out to the ball game and buy me one of those Cracker Jack of a t-shirts from Homage. How? Hit a bomb. Away, back and gone to Network 216. Go to our Homage ad, click, buy, save, and pay homage.
Bravo, Roger. Knocked it out of the park. I'm going to change your name to Josh Naylor.
Roger, can you go like this?
Yeah.
Wow, that was a
0. If there was something better than a 0, how about crumbs? You want to be crumbs?
Sure.
I mean, what's better than a 0? Dust? I don't look like at the bottom of the Tums, you know.
Homage should just take that 3 minutes and like put that on.
Seriously, you did such a good job. You didn't put in any of your weird obscure references.
I told the powers to be at 216 that I want a t-shirt for this from Homage. I want the hot dog t-shirt if they see this.
Well,
it's worth at least a t-shirt.
At least.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Hey, you know what? I started writing a baseball story for Northeast Ohio Sports Insider, and it turned into this homage ad. So all I'm going to do is retweet it on there, and I'm done for the week. I don't have to write nothing. So I have to wait till next weekend for the
You're
challenge.
double dipping.
I double dip, baby.
Hey.
Called a doo-wop.
All right, so Sherry, you are officially giving that a 0. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
All right, we're back
Wow.
in business.
Did it,
We're up and
Roger.
running, baby.
You did it.
You
I'm
need to
so
get a
proud.
placard behind you.
0.
0.
Ed, what do you think about this?
Well, I mean, a 0, like the number of national championships the Michigan Wolverines have gotten since 1949 or whatever it is. But Roger, great stuff. You're always, you know what, you are showmen like myself. I appreciate you. That was a great. If I'm homage, I'm paying you shirts and huge.
Maybe a
attire being
thermos,
sent
like
your
a
way.
to-go cup or something, like a coffee mug.
These things are made in Columbus, not China.
And Ed, a little advice to Ed: if you're on a Browns podcast, probably don't bring up that there's another team that hasn't won a championship in a long time. Doesn't really sit well.
But we're gonna win. But what all I hear from all the Browns people on Twitter is
we're
gonna win. We're gonna win.
We are gonna win, but let's not talk about our history. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's not bring up another team's history because ours is pretty bleak. But all three teams have a legitimate chance. I love where we're at in Cleveland. This is great. All right. Well, Sherry, that was awesome. Do you have a Browns take that you want to?
Okay. It's never popular.
The Browns are never popular.
No, my opinion is never
Oh,
popular.
you never. You know, your opinion is always popular. That's why you're a Dog Chug collaborator. We love you. What
Okay.
What are your feelings?
Again, I'm going all in on DPJ. I'm
Nice.
giving
Okay.
him wide receiver number 1 because since he gets to start with Deshaun Watson from day 1 of this season, I really have more hope than ever to see him shine. And I am very excited about that. Number 2, I would like Harrison Bryant to get just a little more playing time. I know, Njoku, and he's great-ish. But why not?
There's a lot of people that think he might be not be making the roster this year.
I heard that, but I'm in denial.
You think he's gonna be there and he's gonna have a great season? All right.
No,
And
I
you're
didn't
saying-
say that. I said I just want to see him on the field a little more.
All right.
I think he'd be a little
Fair
more
enough.
useful.
And then you think DPJ is gonna have a bigger season than Cooper?
Yes.
What school, Sherry? What school did DPJ go to again?
Same school
Yeah,
as Karis LeVert.
Little bias there. Little bias. Roger and
No,
Sherry.
wait. Pump the brakes, dear Ed.
Yes.
What school did Harrison Bryant go to?
Wasn't it like some Ivy League school or something?
That's like a Florida school.
I don't know.
Florida Atlantic?
Oh, the Owls.
He was an owl.
Here's an owl.
Who else do you know is an owl?
So you're
In more than one way.
is it a coincidence that the players you're rooting for are
Wow.
affiliated with the schools that you love, or is that just a
No, I really think DPJ has talent. I mean, I love Nick Chubb. I don't care about – well, that's not true. I enjoy Savannah, Georgia very much. So Bulldogs all the way. Go, Nick Chubb.
I do. DPJ is just every time you hear him talk, he just seems like such a humble, great individual. He's not a diva like some of the wide receivers. I really enjoy rooting for him, and
Right.
Cooper too. I mean, we have a really good wide receiver room. I mean, gosh, the guy we just brought in from the Jets.
That guy, yeah, good for him.
Go that guy. Go that guy.
FU to
I like
the
4
OC.
years. What's that?
The one that said FU to his last offensive coordinator.
Yes. Well, that guy was a dick. And
That
you know
guy.
what? On the Dog Jug, we
He would
like.
never do that if he was on the Cleveland Browns. That would never happen. Never.
Yeah. Listen, let's just be homers until we have a reason to hate someone. That's what I like to do. Anyway, all right, we're gonna look for a huge season out of Harrison Bryant, and
No, I don't mean a huge season. I
he's gonna lead the team.
do we
Just make the team.
Yeah.
Just
It's a
make
hot
the
take.
team.
just
More
make the
touchdowns than
team.
anyone
I
else on the
just
team,
want him
okay?
on the team, okay?
Sherry thinks he's gonna have 1,000 yards receiving and 15 touchdowns.
What
Amazing.
about all the blocking
This is
he's gonna do?
That now.
This is worse than the kid at the workout place that she didn't tell her parents. That he-
It was-
I think you were off that night, Andy.
I forgot to tell you, Roger. I scared another kid.
Oh boy.
All right.
Roger, on a scale from 0 to 10 antacids, what would you give Sherry's take about TPJ and Harrison?
Well,
Bryant?
considering I fell asleep through half of it, like she did me one time on one of my arteries, so I'm going to give it a 4.
Acceptable. Absolutely acceptable.
From what I heard, it was a 4.
All right.
We'll
Well, Sherry,
accept that. On
you've got
Passover.
some work
You know
to
what
do.
happens on Passover, Roger?
I
Do
already
you
got
know?
my. I already
Do you
got
know
my
what
0.
happens? If it rains frogs over your house, I'm just saying.
wow.
Wow.
All right. Well, Sherry, you got a 4 this week, but next week you're going to come up with a new brown steak, and then Roger's going to grade you again, and I know you're going to get that score up. Actually,
Or down.
sorry, down.
Down. We're going to use the same scale? Okay.
All right. Well, Sherry, thank you so much for being on the Dog Jug. You're one of our favorite contributort. Better than Ed, by the way. Better than Ed.
I want to see Sherry make her. Can you turn your head like an owl does? That would be
No. Ow.
that would be exciting.
Moses says hi, Ed.
Oh, I love Moses. Shout out to Moses. That is my black king. I love Moses.
Moses, it's Passover, Ed. Moses.
It is Passover.
Moses is down for the night.
No. He the other Moses, the guy that
He got a
founded,
busy schedule.
the guy that founded the city of Cleveland. That guy,
Moses Cleveland.
the whitest Moses.
Angel of Death is late for work. Moses got his hands full.
All right. Well, Sherry,
Shout out to all Moses out there.
shout out to
whatever
all
you're doing.
Moses out there, even if you spell Cleveland differently than we spell it. But Sherry, thank you for joining us, and
Always a pleasure.
we can't wait to hear your take next week on the Dog Show.
Looking forward to it.
Go Browns!
Go Browns.
Go Browns.
Oh, Sherry's so great. All right, let's move it along to Spit, Sip, Chug.
That was
All
great.
right.
Or in the case
We've
of
all been
Roger,
waiting
it's-
for.
Roger likes to call this game Sip, Sip, Sip.
It took me like a year to where I got an order that I continuously use it.
All right, since Ed, you're a Spit, Sip, Chug vet, we don't need to explain the rules.
I also named this game, so let's.
You did name this game.
Oh Jesus, we never heard the end of it.
We
So
owe
we're
money.
gonna start off with our first statement. Roger, we're gonna start with you because it's always hilarious to do it that way. The Major League Baseball pitch clock has made baseball better.
I'm gonna sip on this and assume that you didn't read my very first article I ever wrote.
Guilty.
There's pros and cons to it, Andy. There really is. The game does seem to move faster. People seem to like it. I don't care either way, man. I got all the time in the world. If it's 4 hours and if it's done in 2, then great. I think the more they do for baseball to try to make it better, and it's always an experiment. Everything that they try, they don't know if it's going to work or not. So I'm all for baseball improving and just marketing their billion-dollar enterprise better. So
Okay. So you're undecided.
let's see how it works out. Sipping.
He's on the fence. Ed, you are never on the fence. You always have a strong opinion.
I am chugging, and not because of anything to do with baseball. Because when I heard KFC doesn't have caffeine, it just makes me want to chug. But I will say one thing. Watching Karen Check and crazies like that struggle with the baseball part of baseball, but then you throw a clock involved. That's got to be fun. And then there's gonna be some batters that fidgeting like Nomar Garciaparra used to, and they're gonna get called a strike. And there'll be drama. There'll be a big game where stuff goes down. So
Right.
I'm chugging on it. Baseball needs more drama like the WWE. So why not?
They're counting down the clock. Imagine counting down Aaron Judge in a tight game. It'll be fun. I agree with you, Ed. I like it.
Yeah.
And MC Lawrence just said that he told his wife to let him have a sip of her drink, and she said, "Who do you think you are, Roger?" It's classic. Okay, Ross.
All right. I think you done did it. I'm just going to go to hell. I'll be right back.
We're in trouble.
I feel like he's gonna jug, but I guess I'll go. It's hard for me to evaluate this question because I've watched the Guardians games and they haven't been any shorter because Quan is like literally having 48 at-bat pitches.
I'm chugging on it. I got a beer.
Oh,
There it is. Okay. Let you chug. And now,
Oh,
why
man,
are you chugging?
Oh, man. So I'm kind of hesitant about it, but then I watched the game. You know what? At first thing it made me realize that's just the way everyone except pros plays. Like this is the pace of baseball that most people grew up with. Like this is not fast. Like when I'm playing softball, throw me that pitch within 5 seconds. Everything works out. I mean, softball's a little different, but like when I was playing Little League growing up, you weren't taking more than 20 seconds for a pitch. It was probably about what they're doing now. This is normal. The only time this changes is at the pro level. It's really not that crazy fast.
No, it really hasn't been that big of an adjustment from what they've. I mean, they did a lot of study on at bats per bat, blah blah blah, and it's really not that big of what the average was to begin with. So that big of a difference time wise, what the clock is and what the average overall at bat in Major League Baseball was.
Oh, that beer is good.
Nice.
I agree with you. I'm glad you had a beer. Jesus,
thank you for having a beer on.
All this damn peer pressure got to him. I love it.
Hey, we're gonna get.
The statement put me over.
We're gonna get Christian next to Shotgun a Bang on the Dog Chuck.
He's gonna be. I mean, he's gonna be at the gates, and he's like, "Dog Chuck, you had a beer."
All right, so I was in the middle of saying that, when Stephen Kwan is taking 48 pitches per at bat, it doesn't actually shorten the game at all. So it's hard to evaluate this one, but honestly, watching a game, I feel more engaged. I really do. I wasn't sure how I felt about the rule, but except it does add drama. I like the added drama, but watching it, you're watching that number tick down, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see the next pitch. I like it. I think it's a good rule. I know there's a lot of people that don't like this rule, but they're stupid.
Fox 8 baseball. I was watching the Yankees and the Giants Saturday, and they didn't have the clock on the screen. They flashed to it, but they didn't have it on the screen like the guards coverage does in the middle of the home plate there. So that game, I didn't notice at all, Andy. I didn't, and they talked about it maybe once. So.
All right. Well, let's move on to statement number 2. Ed, we're going to start with you with pick 74. The Cleveland Browns' first pick in the draft, and it's 3 weeks away. They will get a player that will make a big impact in the 2023 season.
I'm going to chug on that. Here's why, because they can take, I believe they can take the best player available. I mean, they've kind of addressed a lot of their needs, whether it be the beef up front, as we talked about earlier, and getting a safety in Thornhill and getting the wide receivers that they needed. So I say take the best available player. Should have an impact on this team coming up, and that's why I chugged.
All right, Ross.
I'm going to sip on it. I think realistically, most of our starting lineup, we know what it is right now. It's like, yeah, if I knew you were going to not get another defensive tackle, like if we draft one, there's actually a chance they start because like our depth there still isn't that great. But all the other positions, I think we pretty much have all our starters now. So it's unlikely that they're going to start. They might help the team, but I don't think they're going to have a large impact.
Yeah. I am in agreement with Ross here. I do like this draft class a lot in the 3rd round, only because I listened to Barking Browns and they told me that, that's a sweet spot. But, geez, this roster, like Ross said, it's really, really good. We obviously need depth, but legitimately, we're not going to find a Martin Emerson, I don't think, this year. I think we're going to find a guy that just needs to come in and do special teams and develop and be depth. So I don't think we're going to see anyone that's going to make a huge impact. So I'm going to spit. Is that right? Am I doing that right? Yeah. No big impact. Roger.
Spitting as well. I think they trade back. I don't even think they pick in that spot.
Definitely going to trade back like 7 times.
Right. So I don't think we get an impact player at all. I think it's going to be depth pieces. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Ross, this is a Cavs question statement, so it's only fitting that you'll start us off here. If Donovan Mitchell maintains the elite trajectory that he had this season for years with the Cavs, and we win at least one championship within that span, he will be remembered more fondly in Cleveland than LeBron James.
I'm going to spit on this. I mean, LeBron James is going to he's already being talked about as the greatest of all time. it's kind of ridiculous for us to not respect what he did, because you got to remember his first tenure, it wasn't all about chasing rings in the NBA. I mean, we should respect him a shit ton for that first tenure. Because now hindsight's 2020 with maybe I'm not as mad at him for leaving for Miami because he got us that championship. But I mean, man, he's going to be like the greatest of all time. And the fact that even if Donovan Mitchell got us one title, LeBron's first stint with us making the finals that one year feels just as important as a championship. If you think about how crazy that was that year, and then him ultimately winning one for us, plus having all the stats, plus the combined number of seasons he played for us. It's not just about winning it all. It's about the effort he put for the franchise and how hard he played for us.
All right. Well, that is a great answer, and I can't disagree with anything you just said. However,
You will.
I'm going to disagree.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like, I know the LeBron James is going to be the superior player. I know that in my mind, but I think this fan base just had an issue with the way he conducted himself, all the drama, all the, I don't know, the antics. Donovan Mitchell just puts his head down. He fucking balls out every day. As evidenced by the fact that he's had 40 points like the last 17 games or something crazy. Like, LeBron James took games off sometimes, or he could have done it. He just decided he didn't want to do it for whatever reason. Anyway, I think when it's all said and done, even though clearly LeBron James is going to be the superior player, we Clevelanders, we're all like mental cases anyway, right? I think we're gonna appreciate his contributions more, Donovan Mitchell's. So I'm chugging.
Wow. I'm spitting. I live in Summit County. It don't matter. Listen, Donovan Mitchell can win 5 NBA championships, go in, pinch hit a home run in Game 7 of the World Series and win it, and throw a winning touchdown in the Super Bowl, and they will still love LeBron James more in Cleveland. The love for LeBron James. Ross kind of said with him being, I have him as 1A and 1AB, him and Michael Jordan, as, who's the greatest of all time.
Sure.
No, I think Cleveland fans expect Summit County is ridiculous. Forget it down here. It don't matter. So yeah, I'm spitting on that. I don't think anybody's going to unseat. I think the only person that can unseat him is Deshaun Watson in the city of Cleveland winning the Super Bowl. That's the only thing that'll unseat.
Donovan Mitchell won more than one title. There's an argument there, but
yeah,
for this statement, with it just being one title,
right. Yeah, I think that's the only person with the Browns.
Right. Okay. And I just want to say, if we win 5 championships in a row with,
I know. I mean, of course, me and me.
He would
but
be
the love, as far as I'm concerned, he's already better than LeBron James.
All right. Well, Ed, you got to hear all of our weird takes. Give us the right take.
I'm sipping on this one, and Roger, that is the right take. Here's why. Because I think, obviously, win one title that matches LeBron's, any championship in Cleveland has to be treasured because we know we win so many championships in Cleveland. Right. But here's the thing. I think LeBron has become bigger than just Cleveland. I think Donovan Mitchell, he seems to embrace Cleveland. He'll never be as big of a star as because a lot of the NBA looks at LeBron as their own. Look at LA, look at Miami, but the NBA community does. And with Mitchell, I don't think he'll ever achieve that. And I think, honestly, not to get too political, but if you lean one way, you're going to like LeBron. If you tend to lean the other way, you might not like him for other reasons besides basketball and the way the world is polarizing. So I'm sipping. I think any championship's going to be loved. I think both players will be loved. But you're going to say, I like Donovan over LeBron because I don't like his stance on China or this or that or some other cockamamie reason. So
All right.
And that's the right answer.
Okay. Sipping is never the right answer. It's a lame take.
Thank you.
But I respect it.
Respect Roger, too. He's a sipper. He's a serial sipper.
All right. We're going to move on to statement number 4. It'll come to me first. At least 10 people turned off the dog chug when they saw Ed's face appear. Now, Ed, I love you, so I'm going to spit on this one.
There's 11, right?
Because there's no way 10 people were watching the show when you came on. But I do think we lost half our people. So, Roger?
Oh, man, I spit. Well, the first one I said, but I'm spitting on this because Ed is huge for Dog Chug. Huge. I'm spitting on it. You know what? You said it today, Andy. Dog Chug is we create the content we create, and it may be for some people, it may not be, and that's okay with us. And as our friend, and it's okay with us if you don't want to. Ed, everybody loves Ed.
Well, it's definitely not true, but you got to put out the content that you believe in, and you're not. If you try and look for likes and what makes people happy, you're a phony, and no one likes phonies.
Yeah.
Ed,
I'm actually going to chug on that one. Here's the reason why. It's probably, like I said, 11 people that probably turned off when they saw me. I can't believe I'm actually here either. So I might have turned myself off if I was watching myself during this whole show as well. So I can't blame them. But, I love me some me, always will. So whatever. It is what it is. And I enjoyed that chug right there. It was good. Probably keep me up to about 2 a.m. in the morning.
All right. I'm chugging with you.
Jeff says, put out content you love to do, and if anyone else loves it, that's great. That's exactly our mindset.
Okay, beautiful, Jeff. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Ross.
All right. I'm an analytics guy. I'm the producer. I'm always looking at the numbers. So I'm going to have to spit on it. There were never 10 or more viewers during the show today. So it is theoretically impossible for 10 people to shut it off when they saw Ed on here.
It's a trick question.
The highest live view show we had was when Andy wasn't here and Ed wasn't here. Just me and Roger 2 weeks ago. We had 20 live viewers. That YouTube algorithm was loving us for some reason at the network.
Right.
And it's been all downhill from there.
It has.
Really
has.
So shout out to me and Roger for having that awesome show where everyone was watching.
Shout out.
See, Andy and I have a lot in common.
I'll chug to that.
Andy, you always like to get down on me, Andy, but we have a lot in common. We just drive people away.
No, that's absolutely true. Although, let's be honest, we had over 20 people watching when it was just Ross and Roger, and those people didn't come back.
Well, they knew you were coming back.
Well, no, but they didn't see me and you. They only saw.
Well, they weren't planning on me being here, but they knew you were going to be here.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're missing the point. The show that was the most popular was also the one we had the biggest fallout. So it's like a movie opening, and then the second week it goes way down.
It's like the XFL, kind of like in week 3.
Yeah,
basically.
So anyway,
Dan was on the first 10 minutes of those shows. That probably didn't help.
Yeah, we should always have Dan on at the end of the show. If only he could stay sober. We should pre-record the Dan bits and play them at the end. That would be a way to maintain more viewers. Anyway, we got one more. We're gonna do a little bit differently here. Roger, we're gonna start with you. Instead of a statement, it's actually gonna be a question. You're gonna answer the question, and then if anyone that agrees with you will chug with you.
Okay.
So it's just if they agree with your take. So we're 1 week into the season for the Gardos. We're 5-2. So grade the first week on a A to F scale.
Grade the first 7 games.
Yep.
I'm going to give them a B. And the thing about this team is they come right out of the gate. I'm not going to say pick up where they left off last year, but they're playing as a team already. And man, they're. I'm going to give them a B. Who's chugging on a B?
All right, I'm chugging on that. I like that.
All right.
You didn't make the best case, but I agree.
Yeah, I didn't make a good case.
I'm giving them an A, and here's why. What do we need the Cleveland Guardians to do, just like we need the Cleveland Browns to do? We need them to win the division first. The Cleveland Guardians are in first place, gentlemen. So I'm chugging. Just keep it up. Win series and keep going, and that's how you get it done.
Chugging on that.
Chugging with you. There you go.
Ross.
Well, I'm going to give him an A-. I agree with Ed mostly. Having a winning record in the first week's already a huge W for us. We're not used to this for the Guardians. They always figure it out later in the season. But the minus comes in because we thought the bullpen was the thing that we could all rely on, but it's apparently the thing we can't rely on. So if that was together, we'd probably only have 1 loss.
I'm chugging on that.
All right, I'm chugging with you.
And I'm going to go B+. There's a lot more good than bad. If I had to say the bad, obviously the bullpen closing games has been a little bit rough. And the fact that we seem to end every ninth inning in a tie. What are we, 5 games in a row, or it was tied going? Yeah, we had to go into extra innings. That's not typically a good sign because the next week we might just be 1 run under, which would be ugly. So not thrilled with that. But man, the base running of this team has just been so good.
Beautiful.
They're getting hits. The offense has been amazing. I love what I'm seeing. I want to see more. I think they're going to be in control of the Central. So B+. A little bit they could do better, but I'm loving what I'm seeing. And honestly, the Tribe always underperforms in the months
the
of
Tribe?
April.
Who are the Tribe?
You can use that term still.
Yeah, you can't still use
Racist.
Tribe. Okay, yeah, well, yeah, obviously they're racist.
I was a little tougher on them because they made Chuck sad a couple times.
They did. They did.
Plesac was irresponsible.
Right.
Yeah, how many
Pitch
walls got
responsibly.
damaged because of Plesac? How many walls got punched?
2.
Well, I'm chugging on Andy's statement, though. That's good. I'll chug.
Yeah, I'm chugging with Andy. That's way better
I
take.
finished my beer. I agree.
All right. Well, that concludes this edition of Spit Sip Chug. Oh my gosh, I feel like I just banged 5 energy drinks and now I'm burping like crazy. We're gonna move on to a little game. Ed, we're gonna play a game called Ed's Favorite Things Trivia Game.
Oh God.
This is when everybody turned off.
Yeah, this is You want to
Yeah,
know?
put him on the spotlight.
Ed, you love the 90s, Cleveland sports in the 90s.
Yes.
We're gonna test some of your knowledge here to see, because I know you're gonna ace this. You're so amazing. So let's just get started.
Okay.
We're gonna ask you questions about your favorite things. So I got 6 questions here. If you can get 4 right, then we're gonna let you on next week.
Fair enough.
All right. So Charles Nagy was the starting pitcher for Game 7 of the 1997 World Series. We unfortunately lost that game. But who was the starting pitcher for Game 6?
Charles Nagy wasn't the starter for Game 7. It was Jarrett Wright. Charles Nagy took the loss in the 11th inning. But Game 6 should have been MVP Chad OJ, who went 2-0 in the World Series and beat Kevin Brown.
Wow. See, you just showed what a dumbass I am. I can't even do research. I fail. You win. I think you're going to be on the dog chug next time. Okay, let's go on to question number 2. I almost said statement number 2. I got to get some sleep. Who was the Browns kicker in the 1986 AFC Championship game that kicked a 24-yard field goal in the 4th quarter against the Denver Broncos to tie it up 13-13?
Was it Matt Barr?
Do you want to think about it?
No. It was. I know. It's like, oh my gosh. You're right. It wasn't Barr yet. It was what is his name?
He
kicked it straight on too.
17 minutes, and we got to call it.
I forget, but I can see him kicking it. I can see him kicking it.
I know.
Give me his initials.
Right, I'll give you a hint.
Give me his initials.
He has a name that kind of is similar to someone on the starting 5 of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
It starts with an M. Its last name starts with an M.
His initials are MM.
Yeah.
I can't watch anymore. I gotta say it.
Moxley or Mo? What's his last name? I forget.
Phone a friend.
All right,
Mark Mosley.
It was. I knew. Damn. I could see him.
I knew. Hey, I knew something Ed didn't know.
And he kicked it straight on too. He wasn't like a regular soccer kicker.
He was a straight on kicker, like the old school. He was one of the last old school kickers. Mark Mosley.
It's really hard being under pressure. Everyone obviously knows when they're watching from home, but being on the hot seat, it's hard. So right now you've got 1 right, 1 wrong.
I know some men don't know.
You technically got 1 wrong too, Andy.
That's true. We're both failures. All right. The Cleveland Cavaliers made a big trade to acquire Brad Doherty from the Philadelphia Eagles. Who did we send to Philadelphia?
Eagles?
Yeah, to acquire Brad Doherty.
Who do we send?
Who do we trade to Philly to get Brad Doherty?
Assets, because we got the number one pick. Was it? What's his name?
So I'll give you a couple lifelines. You can phone a friend. You can look it up on Google right now.
I think I know this one.
Or I can give you the initials. I think you're doing the Google.
I'm gonna ask phone a friend. I'm gonna phone Roger. I'm gonna get Roger in for me.
Roger.
I only have one name that comes to mind, and I don't even know if I'm in the air. Can I tell him the name I'm thinking?
Sure.
Roy Hinson.
I think that might be right.
I don't know if that. I don't know.
Do you want
The
to go
only
with
name
it?
that came to mind for some reason.
Do you want to keep Googling? Because you're clearly.
I didn't Google it. No,
No, I'm talking to Ed.
Oh, Ed.
No, I'm not. I don't want to Google. I'll just take the L on it. I'm gonna go with Roy Hinson as well.
Roy Hinson is correct.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes.
All right.
Roy Hinson's correct.
Yep.
All right. So
I got you, Ed.
Thank
you
you,
were
Roger.
acing the Cleveland trivia. You know your shit from the 90s and the 80s.
That was from the 80s, though. That was in the 90s.
No,
I was 6 years old when that one happened, Andy.
Yeah, you were 6 years, like for the fourth year in a row,
Fair enough.
because you lie about your age. Okay. Some of your other favorite things. What is Kellen, your son? What is his favorite subject in school?
You know what? It should be math, but it's not. I'm gonna say social studies.
That is correct.
Wow.
He knows his
What a
son.
guess.
All right.
All this time off I've been taking, I kind of got to know my family again.
All right. Well, you know his favorite subject. What is Kellen's favorite TV show?
South Park.
He's acing it, folks. He got that one
Really?
right too.
Yes.
All right. Last one. Now, you've already proven that you're a winner and you can come back on the dog jug again. But will you get the last one right? Let's find out. Who is Kellen's favorite Cleveland Cavalier?
Oh gosh, it's got to be Spider Mitchell. If it's not, he has a Donovan Mitchell Utah Jazz jersey. I mean, I'm gonna go Donovan Mitchell. If it's not, then I got some parenting to do.
Oof. You got some parenting to do. It's Darius Garland.
Really? Oh, really? I'm gonna have a talk with him because that's I know I'll say one thing. Maybe he appreciates the largest contract in Cavaliers history given to Darius Garland, a couple of years ago. But this got to change.
All right. Well, anyway, congratulations. You won the Ed's favorite things game.
We're both winners tonight, Ed.
Yeah, Roger. Thank you for Roy Hinson.
You're a winner. I am a loser. But we had fun.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
the end of the dog chug.
The end of the dog show. Let's
right,
Roger.
here we
Why don't you bring us out?
You got one of those PowerPoint slides they could read really fast for us?
You know what? I don't have any more slides. I don't have anything else to tell you. I'm almost out of wine. We're going to call it a night. Go Browns. Go Cavs. Playoffs are coming. Go Guards. Dog chug.
It's a great time to be in Cleveland. Dog chug!
Dog chug.